Hey, Washington Middle School, as you can tell looking behind me at my house, I love boats. I've got boats everywhere around here, and yesterday I went kayaking on the Titan River. Let's look at the information that I got from Strava. So I like to record my workouts and kind of compare how I'm doing and see how I'm progressing when I'm working out. So yesterday on the river I kayaked down the river, and then I put my running shoes on and ran back to my car. So here's my information from Strava. I went 4.44 miles in 43 minutes and 35 seconds when I was kayaking down the river. Then when I was running back, I went 3.64 miles in 33 minutes and 9 seconds. Let's use some easier numbers. So I'm going to convert those into numbers that we can do. You know, I could work on this with the harder numbers, but just to make it so it's numbers that are more similar to what we're going to use in our problem set and reveal, I'm just going to change those numbers. All right, so let's use some numbers that are a little bit easier to work with. Mr. Ness took 40 minutes to kayak 4 miles down the Titan River. Then took 27 minutes to run 3 miles back to his car. How much longer would it take Mr. Nass to kayak 5 miles than to run 5 miles? So we're going to work on 3 different methods today, the same 3 methods we've been working on. What are those methods? Yeah, we've got bar diagrams, we have double number lines, and we have equivalent ratios. You can watch the bar diagram section and then do the bar diagram questions, and then you can pause it, then you can start up and watch the double number line section and the equivalent ratio section. So let's start off with our bar diagrams. Get out your pencil, get out your paper, and draw 2 bar diagrams for me. Alright, so we have created 2 bar diagrams. We've showed that we did a 40-minute kayak down the Titan River, and then a 27-minute run. How many groups are we going to break our bars into? Think about that. Yeah, so the kayak bar, we are going to break that into 4 pieces. Why 4 pieces? Because I went 4 miles down the Titan River. How much are we going to break the run bar into? Yeah, 3 pieces. Because I ran 3 miles back to the car. Now why would I run less distance than I kayaked if I'm going back to the same place? That's right, the river kind of moves around in a serpentine fashion and the road goes a little bit more straight. So the run was a little less distance than the kayak. So what do we need to do first here? Now we're going to find out how many minutes it took me to run each of these miles. And how do we do that? Well, we just divide. 40 divided by 4. And what is 40 divided by 4? 40 divided by 4 equals what? Equals 10. That's right. Because 10 goes into 40 4 times. So I have 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes per mile on the kayak. And on the run, how many minutes did it take me to run each of these miles on the way back? 27 minutes divided by 3 is what? It is 9. That's right. So it took me 9 minutes, 9 minutes, and 9 minutes. So we could answer our question in 2 different ways. We could say, how many more minutes did it take to kayak than to run each of those miles? Yeah, 1 more minute. So we have in 5 miles it would take 5 more minutes. But we could also just say that, well, 5 miles times 10 minutes per mile equals 50 minutes. And we could say that 5 miles times 9 minutes per mile equals 45 minutes on the run. So we get 5 more minutes. Either way, whichever way we do that, we get 5 more minutes. All right, now you can pause the video and do the problems that have to do with double number line. Pause the video, do the problems ask you to create a bar diagram, and then you can come back, or you can just watch the rest of the video and then do all the problem in your reveal presentation today. Alright, let's do a problem from our practice set. I'm going to do problem number 4 from the practice set. So you get to copy what I'm doing when you're turning that in this week. So Tara can type 180 words in 4 minutes. At this rate, how many words would you expect her to type in 10 minutes? Now this one's a really great one to use a double number line because it's only working out with one person. There's not two to compare side by side. So let's draw our double number line. We're going to draw 2 lines. Yeah, Tara's typing is what we are working with on this problem. And what are the categories that we are looking at? Okay, we're looking at words. And what's the other category that we have? Yeah, minutes. Alright, and my daughters are playing some Among Us on their phones with their friends, so you just gotta ignore the sounds they're making. Alright, so words per minute. So we have 0 words in 0 minutes. Always, right? When we have typing no words when we have no minutes. What do we know? We know that she did 180 words in 4 minutes. So we've got that information down. The question is, how many words is she going to do? I'm going to make this a little longer to make it a little bit more the right look. How many words does she do? How many words is she going to type in 10 minutes? Well, in order to find that out, I cannot multiply 4 times something to get to 10. Actually, I could. So if you can figure that out, you can just multiply 4 times something equals 10, and 180 times something equals 1. But it's a little bit easier on this one just to go down to we can go down to a unit rate, right? So if we have 180 in 4 minutes, then we can go down to a number of words in 1 minute. Well, 1 times 4 is 4. So something times 4 is going to be 180. Well, I just need to divide 180 by 4. And I get 45 words per minute. Every minute that she types, she does 45 words in 1 minute. Well, that makes it pretty easy because 1 times 10 is equal to 10. So therefore, 45 times 10 is going to be the number of words she does in 10 minutes. What's 45 times 10? Yeah, pretty easy math. 450 words in 10 minutes. Let's do this again with equivalent fractions. So we have 180 words in 4 minutes. Equals how many words in 10 minutes? Well, what do? What I need to do is I need to say 4 times something equals 10. So I'm going to say 4, I need to do 10 divided by 4. 4 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. So I get 2.5. 4 times 2.5 equals 10. So therefore 180 times 2.5 is what? Well, let's do that. 180 times 2.5. 0 times 5 is 0. 40. And 1 times 5 is 5 plus 4 is 9. Bring down my 0 because I'm multiplying by 20 now. 2 times 0 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16. And 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. And because I have a decimal here, 2.5, I'm going to move my decimal here one place back. So I get 450 words in 10 minutes. So we can do this with a double number line, we can do it with a equivalent fraction, we can also make our bar diagrams, and we can show that fractions, ratios, rates are equivalent. Make sure to complete every single problem in your practice. Make sure to finish every single problem in your presentation. Show your work on your paper every single time. And then you only have to do 3 problems from the practice set today. I'm just going to give you a hint right now. The first 4 problems in the practice set are ones you're going to need to make probably bar diagrams to see, because you're comparing 2 different rates. The last 6 problems are a little bit easier. They are more like the question we were just doing just now. Alright, keep up the great work. Be in class, ask questions. Make sure you show up to office hours if you have any questions, so we can work on these together, as well as you can always email and call me as well. And you know, this is the last video for the week, so have an awesome weekend. I'll see you next week.